The stained glass is a 2024 limited edition Tamagotchi release. It has the typical P2 reissue programming, which is very similar to the vintage ones, but there are some minor differences. The shell's translucent with lots of glitter. The back is clear and transitions nicely to the colored areas on the front, mimicking blue, green, and pink stained glass. Pochichi hangs out along the side waving. There are various geometric shapes with shades of green, blue, and pink, and a stylized window logo sits atop. The case I'll be using throughout the video is a vintage plastic clamshell. These things are awesome, and it's secure enough for me to trust my rare shell to it while I'm traveling around. I highly recommend picking one up if you can find a good deal on it. Upon attaining this difficult-to-find shell, I wanted to do it justice, and what better way than trying to get the American P2 secret character, Zatchi. It takes nearly 2 weeks to achieve, but I love this character's unique design and strange animations. To get Zatchi, there are some specific steps you have to follow, and let's walk through them. I made the illustrations in this video as interpretations of the original sprites as kind of a throwback to when we didn't have that much art to reference, and this is kind of what I thought the characters looked like when I was younger. We start out our journey with Shiro Baby-Chi. Its name means white baby, and it shows up on many of the vintage and newer models. As expected, it's very needy. Just give it basic care and respond to sickness or naps as needed. There's really no way to screw this one up. Tamagotchi is another Tama that has made many appearances on devices. It has a bump on its head, and the name refers to a mixture of round and pointy. It functions in the typical child fashion, giving a chance for the player to learn more about basic care, but there are consequences for bad care this time. If you're going for Zatchi, do not respond to any discipline calls, but otherwise take good care. You may find that with adequate care, Tamagotchi will sprout legs. Tamagotchi is a commonly seen teen from across several devices. It's energetic and runs around. It loves corn on the cob, but can't eat it well because it has no arms, and also likes gardening and sunflower seeds. Again, when going for Zatchi, do not respond to any discipline calls for this one either. Tsukichi's name refers to wearing a mask, and it seems to think of itself as a superhero, though really it's more of a jerk. It claims that jumping high and biting things is its superpower, and it likes getting a brain freeze from eating frozen bean mochi. On the P2, his discipline will always reset no matter what the previous form was once you evolve into him. To get Zatchi, you're allowed some care mistakes, but you have to catch all of the discipline calls this time. In this run, I had to answer 10 discipline calls. The P2 reissues will require around this number, whereas the vintage models will only require 4. It's important to leave your sound on and to respond to discipline calls within 15 minutes if you want to achieve Zatchi. Otherwise, you can undo a lot of work. It can take a very long time, with this run taking up to day 14 for it to happen, so be patient. Zatchi is a rare boy in many different ways. It's a secret character on this device and barely makes any other appearances in the franchise, only appearing as raisable on American P2s. It's somewhat unclear what his English name means, but the media typically portrays it as a bit of a loner and very extraterrestrial, being associated with UFOs more so than the other Tamas. It likes pancakes and peanuts as well as science fiction and toys. It can also be seen in the Tamagotchi animated movie from 1997, looking a little squiggly there. He has the longest lifespan of any of the P2 characters. I think it looks great on the stained glass shell, and I was happy to get it. Again, I really like the animations they have for it. The body language is so strange, and it does a good job of being really unique. I want to thank y'all for watching, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to do all that typical YouTube stuff. See you next time, and happy holidays, Tama Friends.